Hi everybody, I'm back and I've got some more helpful hints and tips and some ideas for you guys, especially the parents, ways to keep your kids occupied and get them ready and preparing for Christmas. With everything being closed down with the pandemic, it's nice to get together and do stuff as a family before Christmas. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to make potato printed wrapping paper, which is environmentally friendly because it's fully recyclable, because it's brown paper. You can also use brown bags that you have bought shopping in instead of buying rolls of brown paper, so it's handy. So what you're going to need for this is some brown paper. Now I've got a bag that I'm going to use. You need 2 potatoes, just regular potatoes. I find the roosters are probably better because there's no dirt on them. You're going to need some paint, which I have down here. You're going to need some kitchen roll, maybe just 1 sheet is enough. A marker, possibly, you'll see yourself, and a sharp knife and a steady hand. That's what you're going to need. So these are potato printers. If you can see, that's my Christmas tree one here. A lot of us would have done this as we were kids. This is my this will be my snowman. And here is a star, and I'm going to do another star now. But you can see they're not perfect, but that's part of the charm of it, I think. If you get your kid to draw out a pattern on the potato, something really simple for you, and then you can cut it out. So my son did this one. It's not a perfect star, but it's his star, which makes it even more special. So what I'm going to do real quickly is I'm going to show you. So you just cut your potato in half, and it's important that you dry it off because there's a lot of moisture in the potato, that you dry it off with a bit of kitchen roll. So just dab it on and just dab off any moisture that's on it, okay? And you're going to get your child to draw a design. So this is a slightly less askew star than the first one. So this is what we're going to do, okay? So I'm going to take my knife and I'm very carefully going to just cut in a little way through. Don't go too deep into it. It's easier if you just kind of press into it and make an impression rather than actually trying to slice into it, okay? And then I'm going to cut about this far down, if you can kind of see there on the camera. And we're just going to slice it in here, okay? Now, it's easier to do, obviously, on a surface, which is what I'm going to do because it's much safer. And you're just going to pop that section out. So I've just sliced in here and I'm just going to pop that section out. Now, if you feel like it's not deep enough, you can go again. So which is what I'm going to do with this one, because I want to make sure that I'm doing the lovely star shape and nothing else. So I'm just going to cut into it a little bit more than that, okay? But it's nice to do kind of one layer at a time. Don't try and cut out too much potato at once, okay? Because it could be dangerous. So if you can see that there, I've just cut out the top of the star here on my one. And you can kind of see that it's about that much. So when you press it into the paint to put it onto the paper, you're not getting any of the underneath part of the potato. You're just getting the star shape, okay? So I've just done my second side there. And you're just going to slice into it, just push into it with the knife. And obviously, the sharper the knife, the faster this is, but obviously the more careful you're going to have to be. So make sure you pop it down on a table to do, because it is not easy. So there, I'm going to pop that one out there, okay? And sometimes when you push out these little shapes, you get other shapes that might be cool as well. So there's quite a few triangle shapes here now that I've cut them out. And I'm just going to do the bottom section here now, and I'm just going to press it into it. Now, there's no right or wrong way to do this, guys. This is just a bit of fun for your kids. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to maybe do a line of one design and then a line of a different color and different design. It doesn't really work well if you only have one of these to do because you can't really wash them like you would brushes. So you should probably have one piece of potato per color, okay? You don't have to have multiple designs. I'm just giving you some ideas of what you could do, okay? So that is my star potato printer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear off my space here, and I'm going to just start printing with my paint and my paper, okay? So now, I mean, it's easier if you have a lovely smooth roll, but I have a piece of paper that used to be a shopping bag, which is nice too. It's a lovely way of making your designs personal, okay? So I'm just going to press my potato down into a cutter, I'm going to use gold because it's a star. That's what I'm going to do with mine. I'm just going to make sure that I've got paint on the whole thing, and I'm just going to press it down onto my paper, okay? There we go. And I'm going to do it a couple of times in a line, okay? Now you'll see maybe after 2 or 3, you run out of your colour. But it's a really nice effect, okay? And if you really wanted to, you could do, you know, you could possibly do some glitter on that as well. Like with these things, like with the snowmen that I'm doing, they might want to go back over the snowman and just with a marker and give him maybe a hat or some buttons on his jumper or his jacket, whichever you think yourself. And you may need to go back in for more paint is the word I'm looking for. So they're my lovely snowmen, and I'm going to give them noses in a second, and when they dry, and some buttons. I'm going to go over another one. I'm going to do some Christmas trees next. These are really nice ones, and these are fairly simple because they're nice linear lines for you to do. Okay, so I'm just going to pop it down here a few times and do my Christmas tree shape. Now these don't have to be perfect, but as you can see, the less paint on it, the more obvious the picture is. Okay, so the first ones are always a bit blobby. So what you might want to do is just do the first one on a piece of paper and then do the rest of them on your actual wrapping paper, okay? So you can do several lines like that. You can do different designs, or you could do the whole thing covered in Christmas trees. And that is how you do potato printing wrapping paper. Enjoy!